Hey guys, Desolator Magic here with another slightly more well-timed state of the game, I guess. Open beta part 2 for Magic Legends, written by who was this? The executive producer is who it was, Steve Ricossa. It's probably Ricossa. Who knows? Well, I bet he knows, but he's not telling. So I hope you guys appreciate the sheer speed at which they're like fixing this game. Plus the communication with the community. I mean, I thought it was pretty good when Magic Arena was in beta and like when they were rolling out patches for that. But this is like crazy. I mean, this dude's just like coming out of the meeting and like, well, let's type it in the internet. Gotta let the people know. I mean, that's pretty cool. I mean, like every 4 days so far, he's like said something since the launch. And the fixes are like very specific. They're not like, oh yeah, that's a really bad issue, so we're not gonna mention it. Only assures us that this article is not an April Fool's joke. They actually are fixing these issues. So the build going out today, which I actually didn't pay enough attention when I opened the launcher. I'm not sure if it already patched. I assume it did. It's going to move the Dimir Assassin to level 50 on the free and the paid battle pass, which is nice. They're doubling the spell drop rate, which I thought they already did. Wow, okay. Oh, that's the new spell drop rate, as in spells that you don't have. And instead of some vague, well, I wonder what that really means, he's like, no. We're officially doubling the spell drop rate from enemies through the overworlds, ordeals, and missions. See, now there's no question in anybody's mind. Wizards of the Coast could learn from this. Well, then, of course, he mentions we'll be delivering more fixes every week based on community feedback and continue to refine the game, which, I trust him. So for performance, they said they're fixing a specific problem with Nemesis Mask, causing stalls, a lot of issues with nav mesh, a lot of issues with the grass, specifically in Tazim, which I have mentioned. And just, a bunch of frame rate dips, a bunch of just weird stuff. They said, in the last one, obviously, there's really complicated stuff that's going to take a while, and there's really obvious stuff where they're like, oh, yeah, that's the cause. Okay. So it ain't going to be perfect, but it's going to be better. So far, I just have the game set on medium in the meantime. Now, for the Battle Pass, this is interesting. I actually didn't know about this. They say, as the community has progressed through the Battle Pass, they've stumbled upon a handful of quests which couldn't be completed. While the fixes for these issues went live this week, we wholly understand that this is still progress lost. Now, keep in mind, I think it's a 50-part Battle Pass with like a 79 or like 97-day period? I remember it was right around like you only had to play every other day or complete a quest every other day. But I mean, if you start losing days, it's kind of stressful. So check this out. This is huge. As of maintenance tomorrow, the entire community will be granted Battle Pass XP equal to 7 daily quests plus 1 weekly quest. I didn't even know those existed. So if you log in, you're going to get like, what even is it? Like 2 spell scroll things and like, I don't know, a bunch of premium stuff, the angel skin. So, I mean, at least, log in and check it out, just saying. I know, like, 2 of them are basically, like, loot boxes. I already got those on, like, day 2 and 4. Also, the Ether to Zen ratio is around 150 to 200. I think I bought some when it was, like, 147 or something. So I only had to drop, like, 30, 40K on enough Zen to open a booster, so I did. I think I've opened actually like 3 boosters now because I had a lot of ether. Oh, and one of the boosters had like 10 or 20,000 ether in it, so yeah, I bought another one, obviously. Not very impressed with the rewards. I've seen the official breakdown. Basically, you have an 11% shot of opening something that you actually care about. The rest are just nice little speed up things and some of the side currency that's like whatever, so it's pretty much what I thought. Unless you're going to open like a dozen of them, don't bother. Which really just equates to don't bother. I'll just take the free stuff from the Battle Pass, thanks. But, I mean, if I piled up like 100,000 ether and I'm like, well, I don't really need this. I really need gold. So if you find yourself in that position, I think it's a wonderful time to buy some Zen manually on the Zen to ether exchange. And then you don't have to get out your credit card. So all the tutorial changes that he mentioned in the last article that I mentioned in the last video about like you can party up now immediately after running like the very first mission. So you can party up into Tazim. And then I think making it overall shorter, so probably cutting out some of the overworld stuff or something, that's going live today. And then the access to your personal, like your buildings and all that, they're going to make that a lot more immediate. I think it's going to be like 1 entire plane finishing sooner, since, like I mentioned in the last article, you could totally cheese it by just running the Tazim endgame mission 1 additional time. Trust me, get that Mana Vault built, like, as soon as humanly possible. They're also adding a skip function, I guess, if you like are making like a second character, so that'll be kind of nice. Skyrim could learn from that. The only time I was a little bit surprised and was like, oh, that's different with the Skyrim opening is when I had a 144 hertz monitor, and so I opened Skyrim for the first time, and G-Sync ran the game at 144 FPS, and the physics are tied to the frame rate for some reason, and it was a bit of a bumpy ride. A little bit. I think we basically launched the carriage into space. So in both cases, a skip button would have been wonderful. Download an intro skipper mod for Skyrim. Just do it. So the next section is balance. With hundreds of thousands of players, as he put it, building every possible deck combination and combo and everything, we're giving them some, quote, great insights about gameplay balance. Yeah, there's something that does like, I don't know, 25x damage or something that they need to immediately address. But as they put it, we're actively looking into the biggest issues that are popping up with different deck combo synergies and things that are overpowered or underpowered. Some of the combinations we've never seen before. See, that's the thing is, I don't know if it's just me and my amazing abilities to see patterns everywhere, but like, you wouldn't even have to think, oh, you know, there's like 1,000 spells in the game. Well, here's this one. How does this interact with the other 1,000? If it's like a boost spell, which is what they're having problems with, just compare it to the other, like, 10 boost spells? And then try those together just to make sure it doesn't boost too high? Like, you don't have to make sure that two completely unrelated spells that have nothing to do with each other work together properly, because who cares? So, in my opinion, it was a bit careless, but I don't know. You only have so much testing time, whatever. So I don't think they absolutely said there's changes in this patch, but they're coming. The last section just reminds you that the mid-April build, so probably about 2 weeks out on that, that is the one with a bunch of more significant bug fixes. They said they have 400 issues addressed so far just for that patch. So like that'll be the big one if you're waiting for something really stable and really well made. So that's it for the update video. Go check out my other wonderful video from today if you missed it, and I'll see you guys next time.